today we're going to be doing our drill bits segment. Let's go ahead and pull up. All right, I think we have a graphic for this. Guys, you need to hit the like button. It's the number one thing you can do to help the channel is smash the like button. Please do that. But anyways, guys, so today we are going to be talking about just kind of a freestyle Friday. We're talking about diversifying your portfolio. And I think the key thing here is that diversification, obviously, it spans across many different kind of ideas, many different areas. So you can diversify your portfolio, your crypto portfolio. You can diversify your overall investment portfolio, and crypto can be one part of that. And I highly suggest that because why? When you look at this chart right here, we're gonna show you guys this. What you really have to understand here is how applicable this is, because you're seeing that, and you're seeing where it says new investors, 3 investments, and you're seeing high net worth investments, and you're seeing 8 different pieces of a pie there. And what you're thinking is, I'm a new investor and I'm in 48 coins. It's because you're not doing it right. But in all seriousness, because the thing is, in crypto, it actually works a little bit different than this. In crypto, people tend to come in one of 2 ways, okay? You come into crypto because you've been kind of looking at Bitcoin. You've been thinking about it for a while, maybe years, and it's an investment opportunity for you, and you think to yourself, man, I think I want to get in that Bitcoin. So you get in Bitcoin. Maybe this happened 3 or 4 years ago for you, but still, you had been looking at it for a year or 2, and you get in, and then you say, oh man, I like this Bitcoin. And then you watch your portfolio, and then you see they're talking about this Ethereum or this XRP or the Solana, and you start getting a little more interested in it. A lot of these crypto investors, they only have 2 or 3 coins, guys. That is the truth. You guys are the more advanced people. You guys are the people that want more crypto all the time. That's why you watch the show every day. Thank you for doing that, Bit Squad, by the way. But the point is, newer people that are outside, this is not the way they do things. They do things slowly. But if you've been here for a while, you've been buying all kinds of coins, because the other way that people come in is through meme coins or hearing about something crazy and explosive returns, and they come in degen style, okay? But really, the way that you should be approaching asset classes in general, because things like Bitcoin and AI, they only come so often, right? Crypto and AI, they only come so often. The newer opportunities will be other places down the road. And you need to learn how to basically take these opportunities when they come, as they come, without feeling pressure to make so many X's out of your money, right? Isn't that how we all feel? Isn't that how you feel? You've got to make so many X's because you've always been doing it wrong. That's why. I did it wrong too. But now we're going to do it the right way. And so what you notice when you see kind of newer investors, and then you look at high net worth investors, is that their pies are split up much smaller. Their pie pieces are split up much smaller because they're maximizing their opportunities. They've got so much money, 1 or 2% for them is a lot of money. And they've got that spread out. If you look at some of these portfolios of some of these big high net worth investors, I mean, they have things split down into one. I remember, I think it was it Ray Dalio that was saying that he had put 1% of his net worth in Bitcoin or something like that at some point. It was him, or maybe it was, what was that? Paul Tudor Jones, a guy I'd never heard of before. He made a crypto comment, you know, and these guys, one of them, I can't remember who it was, but they had basically said that they were putting like 1% of their net worth in Bitcoin. It was a huge deal for people. 1% in Bitcoin. I mean, they ain't got no other crypto at that point. So what I'm saying is, instead of sitting there and looking and saying, man, these investors, these hedge fund guys, man, I wish I had as much money as they have to do the things that they do, right? But the thing is they don't look at things like making as many X's because they put themselves in better positions. And that gap between the position you're at and the position you want to be at, that is your immaturity, uninformed gap. Because anybody in America can become a millionaire easily. And I know that people are going to sit there and they're going to think to themselves, first of all, remember, $1 million isn't nearly as much money as it used to be. Almost 20% of people in America are considered millionaires when you consider real estate. So think about that. We have more than the rest of the world. We have half the millionaires in the world are like right here in the United States officially. Okay, keep that in mind. But the point is that that's the gap. That's what you have to traverse. Okay, because I guarantee you, if you look back on your life, and you were to say, if I was armed with all of the knowledge that I could have been armed with at that point, would I have made the same decision? And the answer is probably no. You would have done something different. That's why they call it hindsight, right? You look back and you say, man, I would have done something different. Well, sometimes you have the information and you ignore it, but a lot of times you just don't have the information, right? We're giving you the information. We're helping you to bridge the gap between what uninformed investors sit at and where informed investors live at. Okay. And so this is one of those things that you watch and you say, this doesn't apply to me, man. I want exposure to all these altcoins and all this stuff. That's not what they're doing. They're not putting 1% in, meme coin 742, unless they were in on a private sale, then maybe. Okay. They're not doing that. And you are the gap. Okay. We're gonna traverse this gap. We're gonna get you from here to here. That's what this channel is all about now. Getting you from where you're at to where you want to be, not with miracle 1000x moon calls. I now realize, looking back at the old channel, that those were all influenced. And man, I tell you, I turned into a puppet over there. I realized it was not good, for sure. The more I've looked at things, and I think people are going to see the difference on what it's like for me to be me without all these people with their hopes in me. And you're going to see the type of real advice we're giving you on this channel. And we're not going to rely on these 1000x's. You're not going to, guys, it's few and far between. You're going to lose it if you make it. You're going to lose it if you make it. I promise you. I promise you, you're going to lose it if you make it. Okay. All right, guys. So experienced investors, they hedge with Bitcoin, but mainly some altcoin exposure. And high net worth investors, look at Mr. X. What does he talk about? He talks about Ondo. He talks about Pith. Talks a little bit about Filecoin. He talks about Bitcoin. Talks about XRP. That's about it. And that's about it. Not much more than that. So diversification is not just about reducing risk. It's about maximizing opportunity. Okay. So remember this. There is I call it the Mendoza line. I use it for all kinds of things. If you've never heard of the Mendoza line, the Mendoza line in baseball is named after a baseball player who, I think he hit exactly 200, I think is what it was, something like that. Or maybe it was like the average of the league or something. I think it was 200, and they call it the Mendoza line. It's like, if you're below 200, then you are not doing good. And that's kind of how it is with your batting average, kind of how it is when it comes to, crypto investing somewhat, because there's a Mendoza line. There's a balancing act that you've got to walk. Okay. If you go too far above it, now in a Mendoza line, if you go really far above it, is a good thing. Okay. Great batting average. But the point is that when it comes to these coins, you've got to find a balance, right? That Mendoza line is kind of like, in this case, it would be your even keel line. Okay. Where you've got the most exposure and the most diversification, but where you're not over diversified and you're not under diversified, because you're maximizing opportunity. So you've got to balance the opportunity along with the size of your investment. And one easy way to do that is to put smaller out. And this is the backwards crypto degen thinking. Okay. The backwards crypto degen thinking is the opposite of this. Okay. You want to put the smaller amounts in the riskier coins. How about that? That is universal investment advice that the crypto degen has outright rejected. And that's why the crypto degen remains the crypto degen and does not become the millionaire or the billionaire, because they're always playing around where they're losing. So anyways, trying to strike that balance of understanding that you should not be looking at every one of your investments as an opportunity to hit a home run. You should be looking at every one of your investments as score a touchdown, we'll say. Well, it's going to fit better for the analysis here. You don't want to basically be going for a Hail Mary touchdown every single pass, right? Like you do when you're down 28-0 in Madden, like Jay Chain talks about. So, sorry, that was about a year ago. The point is that you really want to be able to build a game plan. You're building a game plan. So that way, when you run 3rd and 2 and you don't get the first down, but you've got a game plan that prepared for that. And so based off of that, the next play, you're going to do something different and you're going to do something better. And that's the way you have to look at your crypto decisions. Every decision that you make is a decision on principle as much as it's a decision on price and return on investment. Did you follow the right principle? Did you do the right thing? Because if you did the right thing and you lost, it's still a win. If you did the right thing and you won, it's a win-win. If you did the wrong thing and you lost, that's a loss. But if you did the wrong thing and you win, that's a loss too, because it's giving you bad habits. And we're going to really try to weed all of that stuff out of the Bit Squad so that we are strong. We are the highest IQ investors that exist in all the interwebs, as you know. And guys, I just do want to say that, just remember, guys, why are we here? Why am I here? Why am I here? Why do I do this every single day for you guys? Why do I do it? Well, I do it because of your passion for crypto. What does that mean? Well, if you guys weren't here watching me every day, if you guys didn't care about crypto, if there was not a wild collection of crazy people that want to become better investors and want to watch the BitBoy, then I wouldn't have anybody. So I do want to say thank you to everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate all my mods and everybody that is doing the hard work here, and everybody that watches every single day. You guys make sure to smash that like button.